live. I'm your host, Troy McClure. No, Paul Hickey. I'm only joking. All right, so we have our iPod set up here. Hopefully the sound is good for you. I have my AirPods in. I was trying to get my microphone connected, my Rode wireless microphone connected to the phone, but we're missing some sort of connector cable or something like that. So we're going to try the AirPods, and hopefully that's going to give you good audio. We're going to be going outside in a while to have a look and see what the new vehicle in the stable is. So, yeah, hopefully the audio is good because we want to try and get a bit of good audio outside so you guys can hear. So we have 11 in our chat already, or 11 people watching already. So hello to everybody who's there. Cole, are you there? Hello, buddy. Finally live. I'm hoping for some grief from you. Who else have we got? Lewis, hey buddy, how are you? Good to have you here. Who else have we got? Harty's there. Hello, Harty. How are you? Who else have we got? There's Andrew. Hello, Andrew. And Andy. Hey, Andy, how are you? 14 already. Right, so let's get going in the chat here and tell me what it is. What is the new vehicle? What have we added to the stable? We've had some good guesses coming in. The community was pretty busy. We've seen a few bits and bobs going on there between who had we got? We had I think we had Defender, 110-inch Defender. We had what else? Trying to think some of the other stuff we had. All right, wow, chat's busy already. Who have we got? Mini Performance is in. Hello, Mini Performance. Andy. Yeah, a Mustang, Cole. Wow, would I love a Mustang? Yeah, you're gonna have to post one of those over to me. I don't know. If you could get in contact with your man Ant-Man, I think he has some sort of a methodology for making Mustangs really small. And yeah, you could stick one in the post and send it over to me, and that'd be great. I don't even know how many Mustangs there is here in Ireland. I certainly can't afford them. Alrighty. Oh, BMW Isetta. Believe it or not, there's actually a guy up the road here who's a big collector of minis and some other interesting stuff. And he has a couple of bubble cars. I don't know if there's any Isettas up there, but I know there is a couple of good bubble cars up there that are really interesting and fun to look at. I'll find out what they are at some stage, and we might even get to do a shop tour up there. They're very protective of all the cars they have, so maybe not, but we'll see. We might get there someday. Pinto. Pinto in a field. Very possible in Ireland, all right. So while we're waiting for people to come in, wow, we've got 30 in here already. That is fantastic. Fair play, everybody, for coming. I really do appreciate seeing you all here on the live chat and coming to join us here for our first time in the workshop. What are we working on here in the shop? I'll give you a little bit of a sneak preview. There's a HRE uncut to come out in a couple of days time, so I'm not going to show you everything, but we have some interesting stuff in the shop. The first one in the shop here that some of you will recognize is the other Team Era car. So I suppose I'll talk to you a little bit about Team Era because that doesn't get talked about much, and some of you might know of Team Era, some of you maybe haven't heard of it before. So Team Era is our racing team between me and two other of my very close pals, Neil Kavanagh and a guy called Richie Redmond. We wanted to go classic motor racing, but we wanted to go and do a particular type of motorsport, naming the FIA approved motorsport. Motorsport here in Ireland is a small sort of group of people. It's not a huge amount of people that are into it, and we're all people who are in everyday jobs. No big checkbook motor racing goes on here. So as a group, we came together and we built two cars. We built this Cooper S, FIA Cooper S, and we built my Tom Pitcher GT that you guys are familiar with on the channel and I've seen before. There's a pretty good website that documents all of our happenings, and that's run by Neil Kavanagh. We'll put a link in our description later on. And that is Granby Motorsport. You'll have seen that around a few times. That's Neil's kind of blog, and he talks all about our exports here in HRE and in Team Air. Let's have a look at the comments. See what's coming in there. Hello, Alan from Dublin. Good to have you in the chat. Nice to see you here. Lewis is in again. What's Lewis saying? Tank. That's actually a good one as well, because there's a guy the other side of our village that is into restoring and working on tanks. So yeah, that's an interesting one. What else have we got? I don't know if my chat is updating properly here. Let me see. Oh, I think it is, maybe. Let me have a look. I think it might be a bit slow. Well, let's just see. I'm gonna pop out here and see if I still have internet. Oh, I think I do. Technical hitches here again, guys. Let me see. All right, Vander Whoop. You were making some comments there recently. Oh, sorry, Vader Whoop. Sorry, my apologies. You were putting some comments in about what you reckoned it was, and you are really very, very close. I'm being pedantic. That's what I'm being. So we'll see in a minute just how pedantic I am. Now, what did Classic Mini do? He said set to live chat versus top chat. Oh, maybe. Oh, I am in top chat. Well done. Live. There we go. That's better, I think. Yeah. Thanks, Cole. Much appreciated. Cole's a seasoned live YouTuber helping me out here, trying to drag me into the 21st century and talk YouTube live a bit more. Who else have we got in here? We have a look. Yeah, you did see the green one in Oulton Park. That's exactly right. We were out in 2019, I think it was. We were racing there. We had the green Cooper S and we had my red Tom Pitcher GT over there. So yeah, that was out there. Who else? Healy 100. Good to see you, buddy. Nice to see you here in the chat and see you here for the live. Really do appreciate everybody. We've 38 people in the room. That is brilliant, guys. I so much appreciate having everybody here joining us in the workshop. We decided to go live for this one. I've been wanting to do live for a little while, and you know, live is a bit different. It's a bit less polished, and it's a little harder for us to just make sure we show you everything and get talking. But I really want to be able to interact with you guys and talk to you and answer your questions and get in there. So are we still, what else have we got? Anyone else giving any more guesses here about what they think it is? Wait till I have a look. So Lewis is saying it's Land Rover. What gave it away? What gives away Land Rover? We'll get it go as far as Land Rover, but you have to guess what it is. Which Land Rover is it? Defender something. Nope, it's not a Defender. Aiming hard. You're a devil. All right, well, we'll give you a look at this engine bay and you can have a look at this. Come around here and we'll have a show. By the way, say hello, everyone, to the cameraman, Billy. Billy's going to give you a hello there. Go on, get them a wave. There you are. Billy's on camera today. God love him. He should be having a restful Sunday, but he's here helping us film. So yeah, this is our engine bay for the Cooper S. So this is an FIA. This is one of my FIA engines, and this is our sort of works FIA engine that I built for Richie. I suppose it would have been 2018. We would have put this motor together. It's in the shop here for commissioning, so we're going to try and get this up and running this week. We're going to get this car commissioned. We're going to get it on. By the way, just checking, lads, if there's any problem with sound or anything like that, just let me know and we'll do our best to try and sort it. Can we show the cage? Can we see the cage? I think it's probably going to be too dark. We'll try and show you. I'll open this door and we'll try and have a quick look in to see the cage, but I think it might be too dark. So I'll I'll go around this side. I'll try and see if I can show you or point it out. So it's a customs cage in this car. That's what's in it. It's a customs cage. And it was welded in here in Ireland by another motorsport engineer. So it's a really nice cage, and he did a really good job of getting it in here real nice and tight in the car. We did the wiring for this car, and we obviously built the transmission for it. We built the engine, but everything else was done by Richie. Richie did the whole lot himself. So he put this whole car together, prepared it, and got it ready for racing. So it's a really top class car, and we're really proud to say it's one of ours, and it's part of Team Air. So thank you very much, Richie, for that. All right, what else have we got? You're funny, Lewis. Lewis reckons there's no sound at all. All right. Where do we put the weekly groceries? In this one? I don't know. In the boot, of course. Yeah. Who wants to see in the boot? We'll try and show you in the boot. All right, come on, we'll show you in the boot. Show you where all the groceries go. Oh, of course it has a leather strap on it. It wouldn't be right if it didn't, huh? So yeah, I can't take any credit in the boot. That was all Richie's work. It has one of those beautiful Swift tune fuel tanks. We did the wiring, I suppose. Yeah, we put in the bit of wiring. That's us. But the rest, I'm afraid, is all Richie's work. I can't take any credit for that one. Alrighty, what's going on here in the comments? Did we get any ash from the volcano? Do you know what? That's very interesting, because I was just looking at the roof of this car and it's all covered in dust. So maybe that is ash from the volcano. I didn't even know there was ash coming our way from a volcano. What volcano was that? Was there like an eruption? All right. Oh, look, there's another familiar face. Hello, David. Everybody say hello to David in the comments. That is my long-suffering father. You'll have noticed the name there, David Hickey. Long-suffering father. And without his help, his kindness, and his generosity, none of this would be possible. Absolutely none of it at all. Because we have our workshop here built on my parents' land. They gave me a little stretch of land here that I could build my workshop and a place for me to work on cars. And without his support, this would not be possible. So thank you so very much to you. Everyone give him a shout out. Say hello to Dave. Hello, Paul's dad. Yes, absolutely. The man himself, the most important. Um, uh, Known in the mini community, in our smaller mini community, as DH. So shout out to DH. All right, what else have we got going on here? Yeah, it's hard to keep up with all these chats. Wow, have we 53 people in this room? Wow, oh, it's getting close to, I think, what are we at now? We give it another couple of minutes, and then I think we will go and show you what it is we got, because it's going to get dark actually soon. So, so that we can show you with a bit of light, we'll head and show you what's coming. All right, who's in there as well? Good day, Aussie bloke 609. Good to have you in the room. Nice to see you. Who else have we got? Connor. Hi, Connor. Nice to have you here. Where are you from? County Laois. Very good. Another fellow Irishman. Good to have you here. Nice to hear you. I do see you in the comments all the time, and it's great to have you commenting on our videos and watching them. We really do appreciate all the support, guys. I suppose just before we kind of start heading towards showing you guys what it is we got, I'm going to spend just a minute thanking everybody. For those that are here in the live chat, I really do appreciate all the support. And for everybody who comes and watches our videos on a weekly basis, gives us all the support, and has helped the channel grow to this size already. I am blown away by all the support, and I really do love how much of a community we're building here. Many people all coming together, and many people alike, and those who just like the Mini and come to watch the videos, to hang out here in the workshop. I really do appreciate everybody who comes along, everybody who watches the videos, and who hangs out here with us. All right, a couple of more shout outs, and then I suppose we'll go and do the big reveal, show you the car. All right, please tell me to give somebody a shout out. Who? Eduardo has a question. Oh, Eduardo. Eduardo has a question. What are the specs on that engine? Horsepower, top speed, Top RPM. All right. Okay. Well, I'm not going to tell you horsepower, Eduardo, because it wouldn't be fair. Because I don't own the car, and I don't want to be giving out horsepower figures on a car I don't own. But I will tell you that it revs to about 8,000 RPM. We like to shift at about 7, 8, 7, 9, but it will spin on to about 8.5. It makes its peak power at 7, 7, 7, 8. But it will spin on to 8 or 8.5 thousand. It's a full steel bottom end, so it has a steel crankshaft, steel rods, steel 4-bolt center main, and steel end caps, and it has forged pistons. So it's at 1293, it well capable of spinning to 8.5 thousand RPM happily, no problem whatsoever. Um, Lenny over at Swift Tow. Lenny is our tow truck driver, and Lenny brings all the minis to me and brings them back to you, my customers. So thank you very much, Lenny, and a big shout out for coming on and watching the live. Great to have you here. And Michael Clark, good to have you, Michael. Great to see you here. All right, any other questions? Did I miss something there, Billy? Oh, that's just... there's Uncle Kevin. Great to see you, Uncle Kevin. You're always a great commenter, and you leave some brilliant feedback, and you're answering questions, and you're always in our comment section. So great to have you here. My favorite channel at the moment. That's a really good one, Cole. Um, Hard to pick at the minute. Really hard to pick. I'm watching loads and loads of channels at the minute. I really do like those guys over in the UK, Retro Power. Is it Retro Power Sports or Retro Power something or other? They do like a kind of an uncut every week, and they walk around their workshop and show you all the projects they're working on. I really, really like their channel. It's very good. I can't tell you my exact favorite channel right at this minute because it'd give away what we're doing. But yeah, there's this other guy, Classic Mini DIY. I watch his channel a good bit. Yeah, he's okay, like a bit hard to listen to from time to time, but his stuff is good. uh, all right, what else are we missing here? Oh, William Murphy. Good to have you here, William. Great watching your channel. We do love all your stuff. Anybody who is watching my channel and enjoys the stuff we do here, you'd probably enjoy William's stuff as well. Does great work on minis and has some good stuff going there. Retro power build equals lotto win. Yeah, it does, Andy. Absolutely. Yeah, see it all the time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who he is now, but Cole. Yeah. All right. What else have we got here? There's Lewis. Lewis is a great man for graphics, guys. Lewis does some brilliant, brilliant work, and he won't like me saying this, but he's a great artist. He'll tell me he's not an artist and say he isn't, but he is. He has a really good Instagram. Lewis, stick a link up to your Instagram there so people can go and check it out. Lewis has a great Instagram and puts some really brilliant stuff up there. All right. What else have we got going on here? Classic Mini to a garage build channel. Yeah, poor Cole is caught up in the loves of state and city council, but it won't be long until he'll be back and putting some really brilliant stuff out. Right, will we do the big reveal? Will we go and see what it is that we added to the stable? All right, come on, we'll have a look. Let's go this way. Oh, look, there's Buddy. You guarding the house, bud. Faithful hound. All right, follow me, guys. Let's work our way up through the property and see what it is we have. It was a beautiful day yesterday. The sun was shining here and everything was really warm. And I was like, oh, we're going to have great weather for the live. And today, typical Ireland, cloudy, overcast, a bit windy and a bit cold, unfortunately. But hey, look, that's the way it rolls. Let's have a look, see what it is. So here is the new baby, the new addition to the stable. It is a Land Rover. What Land Rover is it? Come on then. On this side. Let's have a look. It is a ye olde Series 3. Anybody who knows me knows that a Series 3 has been on my list for nigh on 20 years. I've wanted one of these for the guts of 20 years, at least. Um, I've always wanted a Series 3. I've liked twos, I've liked Defenders, I've liked Land Rover really in all its guises. I nearly bought a Range Rover a while ago, but that didn't happen. And the Series 3 is finally in our stable. Now, is it perfect? No. But would it be one of mine if it wasn't? What sold it to us? I had to be the dog on the bonnet, didn't it? Get it close up to the dog on the bonnet, Billy. You'd swear I put it there, wouldn't you? Yeah. Once I seen that, that was it. The thing could have been red rotten from front to back, and once I had a dog on the bonnet, I couldn't but buy it. So what do we think? All right, I'm going to have a look at the comments and see. 1958. Called it. Yeah, you did. You were all very good. Go on. I was being pedantic, wasn't I? Yeah, I was. I know a couple of people said a 110. A couple of people said a Defender. But no, it is a Series 3. It's a Series 3 109. That's what it is. What year is it? It is 71. It's a Series 3 71. And it is a very, very early 71. So for any of you who are Land Rover aficionados or people who love their Land Rovers, you'll know that Land Rover started producing Series 3 in 1971. So pre 1971, it was a Series 2A, and then back to the Series 2 and the Series 1. So this is a very early Series 3, and it is a 2.25 diesel hiding in underneath the. We'll do this one for Cole. Hiding in underneath the hood, or for all the rest of the normal people in the world, bonnet. So there's the powerhouse of this beautiful Series 3, a 2.2. We'll go around this side and let you get in there, though, while I read a few comments. So yeah, it's a 2.2 straightforward diesel. Produces seemingly from the factory 63 horsepower. I think 60 of them have long since left and are hiding in various different parts of Ireland now. But it is a lovely project, and we are going to make this our everyday driver. Yes, you heard me right. My new everyday vehicle is going to be a Series 3. And that is what I wanted for so long. My work that I do when I'm not making YouTube videos and I'm not fixing minis, up until very recently, would not allow for me to drive something like this because I was traveling all over the country. But that has changed significantly in the last couple of months, and I am pretty much going to be staying around Dublin for the next probably year at least anyway. So a Series 3 is now something that I can use as my daily driver and have every day. All right, what do we think of this? I'm just going to read a couple of the comments now and see what you guys think. You better case swap it. Oh, is my mic cutting in and out? I'm sorry, Chris. Hopefully, that's probably the wind, guys. So it might be a little bit better now that I'm a bit closer, hopefully. If anybody else thinks, is it going to have a HRE livery? Maybe. Very fuel efficient? No. I think 30 miles to the gallon was what somebody said. That's not what it's doing at the minute, anyway. That's for sure. uh, all right, what else have we got? Fold it down and reveal a mini inside. I'm afraid not. There isn't a mini in this one. But somebody did send me a picture. I think it was actually Neil Kavanagh sent me a picture the other evening of a mini on this roof rack. So the roof rack that's on this, seemingly a classic mini will fit on it. Well, I suppose it'd have to have its 10-inch wheels and it'd have to be inside the arches, but seemingly it does fit on it. So there you go. Maybe we'll do that at some stage. Hood, yeah. See, I was being good. I called it a hood. And as I said, for all the other normal people, the rest of the world, it's a bonnet. All right, what else have we got? Um, just bought an early Mark III 1971 Mini. Well done, Scott. Fair play. Hopefully, you're going to start driving it every day like me and my Series 3. Uh, brilliant, William. I'd really love to see that. William's just saying that he'll send me a video of a recently restored Series 3. Awesome. Really like it. Will it be a race landing? No, 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 no. Can't be a race landing, Matthew. It's going to, if anything, I'll hire it up and make it even slower. Landings are all about it's all about the journey, never about getting there, because you probably won't. uh, what else? Oh, hi, Adam. Good to see you in the chat. Great to have you here. Uh, what is that? One of your good friends has a tree. Oh, wow. That's awesome. He has it for 20 years. Hopefully, I'm going to have this baby for 20 years. We haven't yet come up with a name for this landy. Maybe you guys will help us out and stick a few possibilities in the comment section. Uh, no, you're absolutely right, Eduardo. You do not see Series 3 every day, and they're getting rarer and rarer here in Ireland. We don't tend to see Series Land Rovers really at all on the road every day. When we go to car shows and stuff like that, we definitely do see Series Land Rovers, but unfortunately, we don't tend to see them on the road as much, and that is something I want to change. I want to bring my Landy around everywhere with me, and it'll carry me there. I absolutely love classic motoring. There is nothing nicer than bringing this girl to life in the morning, getting her warmed up, opening the gate, and trundling down the road. It's something I really like. Hmm? All right, see you, Cole. Great to see you. Thanks for calling in. It was lovely to have you here. We'll see you again. Called it Landy. Yeah, call it Landy. I think they're all called Landy, though, are they? Do you know what it is? We're going to come up with a really great name for this, and we're going to say that's going to be its name, and then we're going to forevermore call it Landy anyway, because that's it's just the way it is. One of our dogs is called Arkham, and we were really proud of the name. We said we're going to call him Arkham after Batman and the city, and somehow in the last 2 years his name is Arkham, but he's been called Pookie forevermore. Why? I have no idea, but that's what he gets called. So I can't even say I coined it. Maybe I did, but that's what he got called. Yeah. I did I? Call it Bertie. No idea why. Bertie. Yeah. Andy Delandy. I like Andy Delandy. That's a nice one. Kind of rhymes, doesn't it? Uh, all right, well, we show you inside. It's a work in progress. You open the passenger door, Billy, and I'll come in the driver's door. All right, the shocking state of affairs in here, isn't it? Huh? What's going on? I'll put my iPad down for a minute, and I'll get back to you guys in a minute. I'll show you what's happening. So, it did have seats. Yes, it did have seats, and I drove it home. So I've ordered bits already for it, and I'm trying to get some stuff sorted. So this is going to be a rolling restoration, guys. I'm going to be driving this, as I said, every day, very shortly. But I do need to get it reliable. I need to get it so that it can drive every day. Unfortunately, when we got it, it had horrible seats in it. I cannot tell you how disgusting they were. I don't know what they were. They're out of some, I don't know, an L taxi or something like that. They're back seats out of something, and they were just plonks in here. Unfortunately, before it was in my ownership, it got a gearbox done. I'd say it was a clutch, and they cut this panel. Here they cut the seat box, and they took the seat box out, and they just made a horrible mess. So that's getting sorted out. The handbrake is less than useless. Like, I mean, less than useless. And the reason for that is because the rear transfer box is leaking oil down into the drum, and the drum is full of oil. So this is for effect only. And I live on a hill up here, not a mountain, but it is a hill. So everywhere we are is a hill in some direction. So handbrake is crucial. So that has to get working. The gear lever on Land Rover Series 3 are generally suggestive. I mean, they're never great, but this is ridiculous. This is a clown gear lever. Trying to find any gear with this at the moment is ridiculous. There should be a spring detent for reverse, and that spring has gone weak or it's not working right or anything. So I'm in there trying to fix that. Somebody replaced the ignition barrel. As you can see, the ignition barrel is just hanging here. It's not doing anything. And they put this terrible looking tractor key over here. So I'm going to take the ignition barrel out, repair it, put a new key barrel in it, and put that back working. And we're going to put some new seats in here. I am a big fan of Volkswagen Touaregs. I have had a Volkswagen Touareg for a while. You can probably just about see over there behind me. Over there is a donor parts Touareg. My own one is over in the back there. It needs some engine work at the moment. And I love the seats that are in them. And I was sitting here the other evening, not shortly after we got this, and I said, ooh, I wonder, can I fit the seats from a Touareg in here? So in the back of the Landy, where we'll go now, is a Touareg seat. And we've already test fitted it, and guess what? It actually is going to fit. So we're going to put two Touareg seats in the front of it, and we're going to build a bit of a center console, hopefully to allow us to, uh, well, have a bit of comfort, have a coffee holder, maybe even a center console where I can put my bits, stow away my bits and bobs, put my iPad in there. All right, I'll have a look and see what you guys are saying. What do you think? Oh, we've been naming it. Ralph. Why Ralph? Why are we calling it Ralph? Ah. Do you not think? Do you not, is this not the right way around? I would have thought that was the perfect position for it. But it doesn't it fit well in there, what? Alrighty. Yeah, that's very good. What's William Murphy saying? Hmm, I'm getting laughs. Alrighty. Derek, the Series 3. All right. Jeeves. Oh, I like Jeeves. Jeeves is heading the right direction. Yeah, yeah. Jeeves, Series 3. Jeeves Landy. Yeah, that could work all right. What else have we got? Have I missed anything else? Mm. My darling dearest father, the Green Hornet. Anybody who's ever been a fan of the original Pink Panther with Peter Sellers will know all about the Green Hornet. That was we often had a good laugh at that. I feel like right now, Landy is a bit of a Green Hornet, and if you drove it down the road, it probably would come apart. Uh, oh, that's a gentleman's fishing position. I love it. All right, I want to show you something about this actually. So we think this was imported into Ireland here in the 90s. So this has had three owners. I'm the fourth owner on this Landy since brand new. It spent the first 25 years of its life in the UK, and then it came here to Ireland, where it was commercialized. Because here in Ireland, there's kind of two rates of tax. Well, road tax. There is commercial tax, which is a fixed price for any vehicle that's deemed to be used for commercial activity. And then there is a tax based on the cubic capacity of the engine. What we reckon is when this Land Rover was brought here into Ireland in the 90s, it was going to be used commercially by the owner, the person who bought it. So they converted it to commercial. So they should have windows in here, should have glass windows in here. It should also have a rear window here, and obviously two more windows over the far side. But if you have a commercial vehicle in Ireland, you can't have any glass beyond the driver's cab. So you can only have glass in the front. The back of it has to be basically like a van. So it was commercialized. Obviously now, because the Landy has gotten to the stage where it is now a classic vehicle. In fact, it's heading for vintage. 50 years this month. It's a 50-year-old vehicle this month. So that's pretty cool. A testament to British engineering. Yeah, so because this is now a vintage vehicle, tax for it in Ireland is 50 odd euros a year. So we can decommercialize this vehicle, and we're going to put the glass back in and bring it back. Color. What do we think to the color? Sure, Kevin O'Sullivan. Oh, Sorry, Gavin, I missed that, buddy. Is it possible to buy a shirt? We're working really hard on getting merch onto our website. We're gonna do. We're working to have a drop ship, which is the seems to be the best way. We did have merch through another option, but it really didn't work. We bought some of the stuff, and the website was glitchy, and it really wasn't nice. I want before I release this stuff, guys. I want it to be good. I don't want there to be any messing. I want to know the quality of the gear we are going to have on our website is going to be good quality, and it's going to be something that you guys are going to enjoy. We're trying to get good value as well for good materials. So within the next couple of weeks, we will have something going live really soon. So merch is coming, and thank you to everybody, by the way, who has asked me about merch. I really do appreciate it, and yeah, it will be on the website really soon. So hopefully we'll get that working. Um, right. The Landy looks like an Italian job Landy. Somebody mentioned about, I'm sorry, whoever I missed it, somebody was asking me about Italian job and the Landy and was I going to put a jib on it. That, do you remember who that was, Billy? I can't remember who it was. Somebody commented, and I don't know whether it was on, I think it might have been on Instagram. Somebody commented asking me whether I was going to turn it into the Italian job Landy. No, the plan, guys, is to do a rolling restoration on all the mechanicals. So we're going to do the brakes, we're going to do the problems with the transmission, we're going to do the problems. There is a little bit of a leak from one of the front hubs. We're going to sort that out. And the fuel pump needs to be rebuilt. There's a problem with the fuel pump. The usual Landy problem, the fuel tank went rusty. And as a result, we have a heap of rust in the tank and it went up into the pump and it's damaged the diesel pump. So we're going to rebuild the diesel pump. We're going to rebuild the injectors and we're going to do steering, suspension, and brakes. So just basically all the mechanical running gear. Thanks for calling, Alan. Good to see you. See you on the next one. So what's the plan? The plan is do that rolling restoration, and alongside that, we're going to start doing the body work as well. We haven't decided colour yet. We haven't decided colour yet. Originally, it would have been lime. I think it's limestone white on top, which is the kind of standard Landy colour. So it would have been limestone white on top, and it was the Landy blue. I think marina blue. You can still see traces of the marina blue inside here. If we push back the seat there so you can see the blue, that common Landy blue. So it would have been marina blue. And it would have been you can see on the roof rail up there, you can see the white. There was I think it's limestone white is what it's called. Um, so that is the original colours it would have been. And I still haven't decided. I might well do that. I might put it back to the blue and white. It is a colour scheme I love on Series 3 Land Rovers. The other option is we're looking at something like a storm grey on the bottom and the limestone white. I think I'm 100% set on the top of it being limestone white. I think I'm 100% set on that because I just think that's quintessential of Series 3 Land Rovers. But down here on the bottom, I just am unsure. The Landy Blue I love. But I love them in grey as well. I think they look really well in grey, so I might well go grey down there. But we're not sure. We'll see. Um, there was another option as well, bronze green. I think that was a really popular Landy color. So not sure. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Somebody else said to me island blue recently. Said put the bottom of it in island blue, a mini color. And I've never seen a Landy in island blue. I imagine it has happened, but I've never seen one in island blue. So I do have a really soft spot for that. A friend of mine, Richie, wants me to paint it in surf blue, his favorite color. But I don't know. Surf blue Landy? I'm not sure. Maybe. The roof rack, we're thinking it is actually a galvanized roof rack. And I definitely am keeping it because I love those style of roof racks on Landys. So that's definitely staying. But what way I'm going to do it? It's galvanized, and I think I might strip the paint back off it. I don't know if I'll be able to save the original Galvo. So if I can't, I'll get it sandblasted, and I think I'm going to get it re-galvanized because I'd love to keep the roof rack on it. And I think galvanized roof rack against the white looks really well. So yeah, I think we might stay with that. We've work to do on the windows. I think the person who owned it at some stage, one of the two other owners we're carpenters by the looks of things, so you can see they've replaced the lovely original window sliders with wood. I don't think we'll be keeping that. That has to get done. We're thinking on the front of getting rid of these grills. I'm not a big fan of these grills. I get what they're for and I get the idea, but I don't really like them. So I think I'm going to get the grills taken off. If I was keeping the grills, again, I think they'd have to be galvanized. I like that look. Um, the front bumper I'm going to get taken off, get it sandblasted and galvanized because I really like that look, as I said. And this light bar is going. We're getting rid of the light bar. It has a nice CD Oscar on there. And we might keep that and use it for something else. But it's definitely gone. Oh, Robinson's asking about this. Comments. Red Mini. This Red Mini. Yes. So this Red Mini belongs to a customer. And actually a really long time friend of mine, who I've known for Jesus, probably 20 years now. And it has just arrived up to us. It actually only came on the back of the truck a couple of days ago. And yes, this is going to be a full restoration project. Is it going to happen this year? We might get it started this year. Hopefully we'll get it started this year. As I said, he's a long-term friend of mine. The car's been sitting for 10 years and he's only decided to move on restoring it now. So we're going to work it out. I'd say the first thing that's going to happen is it's going to get stripped and off the sandblast and see what's left. I imagine not a lot. And then we'll make a plan then for what we're going to do with it. So yes, this is getting restored, most definitely. Okay, comments on the Landy. Old English white roof. Was that Connacht green? Connacht green. Door roundels. Yeah, I was thinking of door roundels. I do like them on them. I think they do look very well. Yeah, it is a really good project. I'm chuffed with it, Will. It's one that I really, really have wanted pretty much most of my adult life, so I'm delighted to have it. Yes, there. Have I missed any other stuff? Call it Mr. Bridger. Call it Mr. Bridger. Uh, they had a Landy in the Italian job. Yeah. Oh, it was Ian on Instagram. Yeah, thanks. Thank you for that. You're absolutely right. It was Ian on Instagram that put up about doing the Italian job one. Um, our good friend Keith from Classic Mini Workshop. I can imagine he's going to want me to do that. He's a an avid fan of the Italian job. I can only wait for him to tell me that's what I have to do. Is four wheeling popular in Ireland? Um, Is four-wheel driving popular? Yes, there's a huge scene here in Ireland for four-wheel drive. It rains all the time, and our country is full of muddy clay everywhere. So yeah, there is a big call for it. Uh, would I do it in the Landy? I don't know. There's a couple of friends of mine that have been trying to get into it, but with what happened with, the current pandemic and all that, it all went to the wall. So I don't know what the story is at the minute. We'll see what comes back on again. I don't know if I could take my Landy off road. No, I'm joking. Of course, I take it off road, but it's really, really serious here. So I don't know if I'd even be able to. I'd love to think I would, but yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Yeah, it might be something. So, guys, I'm going to just ask now, and you can put it in the comments now, or if you're watching the video back later on after the live stream, let me know. Would you guys be interested in seeing some videos on the restoration of the Landy or the rolling restoration? We could do the odd video along on the channel. I'm keenly aware that this is a mini channel, and if you guys want me just to keep showing you videos on the mini stuff, I have no problem with that whatsoever. The Landy is going to be, as I said, my everyday vehicle. And if you guys are interested in seeing some videos along the way as we tackle some of the problems and some of the stuff, they'd be less tutorial, more vlog style stuff, because I don't want to get into the world of doing tutorials on how to work on Land Rovers because they're not my forte. I cut my teeth on these engines when I was a plant fitter, so I do know everything mechanically about them. But it's, my channel is about how to work on minis. But would you have an interest in seeing stuff? If you would, then let's do it. Does it have a PTO, Matthew? No, it doesn't have a PTO, but it will at some stage. It's something I'd definitely be interested in. What's PTO? Power take off. It's on the gearbox, and it would allow us to run things like hydraulic pumps, air compressors, stuff like that. I'd really like to make the Landy a complete utilitarian vehicle like it is. So I'd love to fit air tanks to it and a compressor. I'd like to put a hydraulic pump on it so that I can run a hydraulic winch at the front and also have hydraulic connection points at the back for jacking and doing things like that, or splitting timber, or running things like an auger for drilling holes for posts, or stuff like that. Hmm? Oh, and the kettle. Yes, definitely. We have to put a kettle in there. We were actually just talking, me and my friend there the other day, we're just talking about putting a leisure battery in it and having some 220. I'm getting a laugh here from Billy. Please turn over. No, no turning the Landy over. No, no, no. For when the four-wheel driving doesn't go as planned. Yeah, that's it. And no, we're going to try and not turn the Landy over. It could happen yet. With the vagary that is the steering, I'm just going to show you. Um, I was talking to one of my mates who'd be very much into these types of vehicles, and we were told that if there's anything more than an inch of play side to side in your steering wheel, that you need to look at your steering setup. Um, so I think we have a little more than an inch. So that is affecting the direction of travel, and then we can move the steering wheel to here, and then it's affecting the direction of travel. So currently driving the Landy is very much suggestive. All inputs are suggestive. The gear lever, very suggestive. The throttle pedal, incredibly suggestive. The Landy from time to time responds to the input of a throttle pedal, and at other moments in time, not so much, particularly going up hills. It does not like responding to the throttle pedal for that one. All right, so just looking through the comments. So there is an interest in seeing some Landy stuff. Brilliant. I'm delighted that you would like to come along and see some of the Landy stuff. We'll certainly start to put that stuff in, and we'll as we're going along and doing little bits, we'll film them. And you can imagine this is the pet of the house. It's going to be the pet of our little family, and it's going to bring our dogs with us up to the forest for walks, and tow the minis off to racing days, and bring me to the shop, and hopefully not to the doctor when I go insane from trying to drive it all the time. Alrighty. Okay, guys. Just to kind of get to the stage where we're heading into the last 15 minutes, I'm going to kind of keep this live at an hour, if that's fair enough with everybody. And I think it's a good time stuff. What's that, Billy? Sorry. All right. Yeah, that's a really good question, Bill. So, how do we feel about lives? What do we think of lives? Is this something that you'd like me to do a bit more often? This is the first one I've done, and okay, I'm finding my feet. I have notions all the time, but maybe we could do lives working on the landing. Would you be interested in something like that? And we could maybe make that the thing where we do maybe a live once a month where we go working on the Landy and do something on the Landy and get her fixed up. See, her name is Landy already. Who said Landy? That's what it's going to be, isn't it? Let me know. Put it in the comments if you think that's something that you would like to do. I maybe mightn't be as interactive if I'm working on the Landy. Billy, you'll have to shout comments out to me and I can answer them as we're going along. If that was something you guys were interested in, we could do that. We could also do lives in the garage working on the minis as well. So, we could change it up a little bit. Let me know what you think if it's something you're into. Oh, an electric Landy. Ooh, yeah, maybe. Not straight away though. I think we have to endure the all performing 2.25 for a while, and then maybe V8. Ooh, wouldn't that be exciting? I've never owned a V8 vehicle, so that might be where we might go first. We might do V8 petrol, and then maybe electric Landy. That'd be an interesting one. Um, by then the technology of electric might have changed and be something that we could definitely get our teeth into and work on. Alrighty, just having a look back. Sorry guys if I missed any of your stuff in comments. As I said, I'm finding my feet. For anybody who knows me, I'm also fairly dyslexic, so I do struggle reading the comments sometimes and trying to catch up with things. So my apologies if I missed anything. We'll do our best to catch them as quick as we can. I can't get over, guys, how many people tuned in to watch the live. I really, really am chuffed that everybody came along to see it and to get in there. Do you want to bang in a few last questions before we wrap it up? And I'll answer them. Landy or mini related, I don't mind. Why am I saying wrap it up? Because it's blooming freezing out here. The sunny day that was yesterday is since gone today. Um, what's the yellow clubby? That is another customer's car of mine. It belongs to a chap in Dublin, um, and it is in for a little bit of engine work. It has an oil leak, and it needs a new fan belt and a few little bits and pieces of service and get it back up and running. This time of year for me is very busy because we're coming into, well, we're in spring and very soon going to be in summer. So all the mini owners want to get their minis revved up and going so they can drive them for the summer. So busy time. See a lot of cars coming through the garage over the next couple of weeks, just getting them tricked out and ready to go for the summer. And then we get back to the long term projects and working on them. Excuse me, my lovely lunch. You can't believe it's not raining, Matthew. It just is about to start raining now. In any minute now, the rain is going to come pouring down. So you're going to see me running for cover really quickly. Uh, All right. Yeah, great. I'm just reading back through your comments. So yeah, a good few people saying that they would like to see Landy stuff. So brilliant. We'll make sure we get some Landy stuff in there, and we'll start thinking about that and planning it out and figuring out how we're going to do it. Land Fido. uh, yeah, maybe. Okay. Uncle Kevin wants to know, where did I learn my skill and trade? And I think that might be the best way to wrap up the live feed for today. So, how I got my skill, guys, or my trade. So I was reared here in South County Dublin. We're in sort of southwest County Dublin, and I had the great pleasure and honour of growing up on my mother's family farm. So I was into fixing things from a very young age, and I was introduced to that by both my grandparents. Um, my grandfather on my mother's side was a carpenter, but he was also very much into repairing the farm machinery on the farmyard. So we got into that. And my grandfather on my father's side was a body work specialist for the Irish Bus and Rail Company. So that was my first introduction to mechanics. And then when I finished school, I took up an apprenticeship with a large construction company that deal in construction equipment, Caterpillar. I did my apprenticeship there as a plant fitter or a fitter turner, depends on where you are and what part of the world you're in. When I finished there, then I got into classic and vintage motoring cars and now Jeeps. And I've been working on them then pretty much ever since. I started my garage back in '04, and I started working semi full time on minis pretty much from then on. And I've been tinkering away with them ever since. So yeah, that's kind of where it came from. So 90% of what I know was self taught. But I have had the great pleasure of meeting a lot of really brilliant people over the years who have been more than generous with their knowledge. And to be honest with you, if I hadn't met those people and hadn't had their influences, I wouldn't be the person I am today. So I've been very, very lucky to have met wonderful, wonderful engineers, mechanics, and other tradesperson all my life. And they have always been nothing but generous with their knowledge. So that was one of the reasons why we started this very YouTube channel, because we wanted to be able to give some of that information back. The internet is something that I found back in the noughties, and spent my whole life pretty much either working on something or figuring out from the internet how to work on something. And that's has led me here to where I am today. All right, so guys, I think we're getting to the stage where this live feed needs to come sort of to an end. So I'm going to just take another quick look in at the comments and see what you guys are saying. How's the jig coming on? The jig is coming on great. We have another few small bits to do to it, and we'll make another video for you really soon about the jig. We're going to hopefully get Gretel up into it in the next few days, and we'll get a video made and up on the channel for you really soon. Do I follow rallying in Ireland? Absolutely. It's something that I have an interest that is growing in. Wasn't something I followed for a while, but it's something I'm definitely getting into. Do I have any minis of my own? Yes, I've got Gretel. I have my Clubman GT race car, and I have a 1963 Mark One, which we will restore at some stage in the very near future. And I say the very near future, at least in this lifetime. Um, all right. Anything else? Da, da, da. Yeah, farming life, absolutely. Uh, True. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody who came along. I really do appreciate it. Sorry if I didn't catch your name in the comments. To everybody who came, you are most welcome, and I'm delighted to have you here. Don't forget, if you're new and this is your first time seeing us on the channel, go and have a look at some of our other videos. We've done loads of mini stuff this year, and we're a new channel. We're trying to bring you guys along as much as you can. As I said, if you guys want more live stuff, bang it in the comments below, and we will make sure to get some more live stuff made. And other than that, my good friends, there's nothing more for me to say, but see you guys on the next one.